problem is, I still call myself a woman. And every time it drops from my mouth, it feels like a bar of soap slipping through my fingers. Hi, I'm Jack, and I'm transgender. Now, let me take a guess at some of the thoughts that are probably running through your mind right now. I knew it as soon as Miss Hanson said, boys on this side of the gym, girls on that side. And I knew Eddie would be like, Mari, you go on that side because you a dyke. Which is stupid, because dyke means lesbian, and lesbians are girls. And I'm just trying to ignore him. I call myself a woman, and it feels like an accident. Like a 6-car pileup right outside city limits. Like you were so close to home. You were so close. You could have been exactly what they wanted you to be when they wrapped you in a pink blanket when the doctor said, girl. Whether or not you did it intentionally, when you saw me, you probably thought, oh, she's a girl. And I don't think you did do it intentionally. Because in our society, we have an epidemic of gendering people and things. And this gendering really just falls inside the gender binary. Male or female. But I'm neither. I'm gender fluid, which means some mornings I wake up and my gender's like, you're a girl. You're a guy. Yeah, it's a mess. But this culture of gendering and labeling people inside the gender binary has caused hundreds of thousands of children, teens, and adults to be forced into roles, into people they're not. So take a trip with me today through what it's like to live life outside of the gender binary with the poem Questions for God or Just Anyone Who's Listening by Ashe Vernon, and prose How to Talk and Listen to Transgender People by Jackson Bird, and Mari by Philip Daxon. Transgender, what does that mean? They actually a man or a woman? I wonder if he's had the surgery yet. My friend's daughter is transgender. I wonder if they know each other. Okay, let's stop with those hypothetical questions. Don't get me wrong, I did come here today to share my personal experiences being transgender, but I didn't wake up this morning wanting to tell an entire audience about what we're working with below the belt. And Miss Hanson's like, that's inappropriate, Eddie, and like, you cannot say that about people. And I'm like, please shut up, please stop calling this attention to me, and everyone is looking at me. My problem is, my gender is a language I cannot speak yet. I think of how many things I'd be willing to give up so that I could look so long, that I could look so flat, so sharp, and so boy. And not just because the gender I was assigned at birth mismatches the one I really am. Being trans is awkward because everyone else gets awkward when they're around me. People who support me and all other trans people wholeheartedly are often too scared to say the wrong thing. So embarrassed not to know that they never ask. My curves are something I'm not ready to be divorced of yet. I look down at my body and I think, no, I will not abandon you, not yet, not again, not like the rest of them. I think, girl, I think. So I pushed him to make it be over, you know? I didn't want to hurt him. Oh my God, if I wanted to hurt him, he would be hurt. But then Eddie starts crying, and everyone is staring at me, and I can't hear what they're thinking, but that's not me. When I came out, I wrote a 10-page encyclopedic document with a zip file attachment of music and videos, and I sent it to everyone I came out to. When I came out to my dad, to my great relief, he was totally cool with me being trans. But as soon as I started talking about physically transitioning, he freaked. And I quickly realized it was because he, like so many other people, think that physical transitioning means one thing: the surgery. Girl, you have been unwanted in so many hands, and I can't turn traitor to my own powder pink. I can't bleed the woman out of my lungs. I have tried. She does not go easy. Instead, I wear woman like a coat, 2 sizes too small. It doesn't fit anymore, but it smells like home. What do you do when you're given the choice between 2 costumes and neither of them has enough elbow room? Now, listen, if there were one magical surgery that could turn me into a tall, muscular, socially perfect image of a man, I'd sign up in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, it isn't all that simple because they're expensive and health insurance is only beginning to cover them. Instead, the first step for a trans person seeking physical transition is usually hormone replacement therapy. So why does everyone keep looking at me and calling me boy names? And I don't even look at people no more because I'm too scared they'll see and they'll know I don't want to be picked on or picked out for anything. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. What do you do when the word woman is the only one that shares all the violence that's been done to you for daring to look so sweet? There's no distinct point in a physical transition at which a trans person becomes their true gender. As soon as they tell you their new name and pronouns, that's when you start using them. I mean, I think we can make the effort for the humans in our lives. What do you do when the word woman isn't wrong? It's just not the whole story. And you don't have a word for the story. So that's why I pushed him. To make it over. So can I please just get in trouble and then it's over. I just want it to be over. Please, please make it be over, please. The truth is, we trans people are much more scared of you than you are of us. Being trans means daily onslaught of these misconceptions, and I have it pretty easy. I'm a white, able-bodied guy, sitting nearly at the peak of privilege. For non-binary people, trans women, trans people of color, it's so much harder. Maybe someday when I say, "Hi, I'm Jack, and I'm transgender," the only response I'll get is, "Hi, nice to meet you." At the end of the day, I have no quarrel with my body. The only things everyone else seems to assign to it. Only these words that feel so useless up against the person I have worked so hard to love. Only woman, ill-fitting as it is sometimes, is what I want to know is. Am I allowed to hold woman at arm's length and love it like my favorite dress? Am I allowed to put it down when it's too heavy to carry?